Command engine start. 2, 1.
House Live. Tiny House Live. It's Choli time. Choli time. Tiny House Live. Tiny House Live. It's Choli time.
If you would place yourself in the environment of a theme on which you are working, perhaps you might create the mood needed for inspiration.
Yes, perhaps that is true. Perhaps that is true. And for me and you, it's certainly true, especially tonight, right here in my Tiny House Live. I'm all ampy tonight. I'm kind of silly and goofy. I've been putting out some funny little promos that make me laugh. I hope they've been fun for you as well. Welcome to my tiny house right here every Wednesday night. Yes, right here on YouTube, just like always. You can count on it. Look at everybody coming in already. Welcome, 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 all the she-devils, all my personal friends, all the people connected to us far and wide, from California to Brazil to Argentina to Rome to... We are all over the place, and the beautiful thing is, we're all friends, man. That's a beautiful thing, and we fall together on Wednesday nights and kind of hang out. You know the routine. This is not the first rodeo for any of you. So welcome already. Isis is here, Aline's here, Rosanna, Aline, great. Lady Sky, we're coming in one at a time. There you go. Thayla's here. All right, the show can start. So glad to meet with you all here every Wednesday night. You know, I'm actually working hard. Oh, David's here. David Petrie. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. You know, wait till you see the re-entry at the end of the show. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. It's my imagination and my Tiny House Live, and I've got a surprise for you tonight. Don't go drifting off into a bowl of popcorn or something like that. I've got a surprise for you tonight. It's not what you think. There you go, David Petrie. All right, and oh, Joe, good. I'm glad you're here. Hello, big hello and a heart. Just joined me today. at least on my personal page, and that's a beautiful thing for all of you to do, because I like keeping track of you. I like knowing who you are, where you are. I like to know what's going on in your world, because me, when I'm up here, I kind of lose time and space. It gets a little lonely up here in space, just like David Bowie, the man who fell to Earth. If I jumped out right now, I might actually fall to Earth. Wouldn't that be something? Whoa! Hello. Anyway, right now, where am I? You see my cockpit. I thought I'd give you a little overview of what it looks like in Control Station. You can look out over the Earth as we're skimming across it here tonight in the Inspirational Space Station. And did I tell you that, well, I'm your professor. Who else would be doing this silly thing on a Wednesday night? And we are circling right now high above planet Earth, away, far, far away from any agenda that's either governmental or restrictive or viruses. We're way above it, and it's a beautiful place to be. And I got friends up here. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about them a little bit later. But as I look out my window here, as you can see, I'm kind of looking out my window here directly in front of me. That I see we've got a lot of good stuff to do tonight. I do. I've actually set the Wayback Machine here, Sherman, for Wayback. And as some of you might know, that I actually started this. Never mind. I actually started this whole thing around 2018 with Tiny House Live, and I started Facebook broadcasting because that was the thing to do. Found out it was really not what I wanted to do, and ended up going over to YouTube, where I happily live now with you and me and all of us here at once. But what I am going to feature tonight is I'm going to go back through, we'll call it the early years of Tiny House Live, and it's really funny. You'll see the hairstyles change. What happened? I'm starting to smoke in here already. I'm not ready yet. Sometimes the engines in here tell me what I should be shifting and when I'm not. I'm not ready to shift yet. I'm going to cruise. We are just cruising right now. You, me, and no, I'm not going to play bass. But did you see my bass? Did you look over there and see that I'm actually I'm vibing it? You see it right there. It's going to soak up. I'm going to heal it. I've already had it painted, beautifully painted. I wish I could get a better close-up on it for you, by Neil Barbosa, the live painter. Wait a minute, I might be able to do something here. Look at this fancy work. Nah, it's not going to do you much. Nah, it's not. But it's an amazing paint job, Neil Barbosa. And I hope to restring it and put some real pickups on it from EMG, my buddies there, and maybe actually start playing a little bass. I'm feeling inspired these days to create music, and I'd love to do it this way. Whoa, just like that. You see, I don't know where I'm at. But I will tell you that I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. You saw it? Ground Control in the Major Tom. Well, David Bowie is a huge reference for me. I got to calm down. No, I mean, literally, I got to calm down. I'm excited about the show tonight. I got a bunch of stuff to play for you. Things that I've got from, we'll call it past shows that, like I mentioned, the early years here in Tiny House Live. Things that started this. It's really some of my favorites. Fan favorites, yes, I could say that, because a lot of people really, really like them. And that's kind of what I'm going to concentrate on tonight. And I'll kind of drift in and out of time and space like I usually do. Yeah, and what have I got to mention over here? Why did I make... I mentioned Close Encounters of a Fifth Kind. If you haven't checked this out, by Stephen Greer. It's an amazing connection to what's really going on with the extraterrestrial life forms, which I'm already in contact with. That's why part of the reason why I'm even doing this show is to basically make a very cool introductory to you on how simple it really is to go out in space, and how natural it is, and you have friends out here waiting for you as soon as we all get our act together. Am I correct? So that being said, that's my a Lady Sky says, I was just thinking about Frank Zappa last week. I would love to hear his take on times these days. Boy, wouldn't I love to be there with you to hear that. I'm a huge fan. This shirt has existed for quite a while. I'm a huge fan. And I agree. If only he was alive today. Music could be in a whole different shape. Or I don't know if it would change at all. He was so defiantly what he wanted to do himself. I've had the pleasure of working with the Grandmothers of Invention, was Frank Zappa's band, doing some audio engineering for a couple live concert shows, and had great conversations with some of the original members. And this band is near and dear to my heart. That's why I wore it tonight. There you go. Let's see. Yes, I do have lots of music for you tonight, and probably I should just jump into some of that because I can look out here already. I can see that I'm already my time shift continuum is already starting to shift on me. I can see that it's not quite. Yeah, it's gonna be all right. We'll be all right. I'm gonna filter back into my regular dimension here. Then I will set us up with our first voyage of the evening, and you know what it's going to be, because I realize when I start off these shows, and pardon me for being a little high energy, because I realize some of you are just waking up, and good morning to you. I'm putting on my best good morning voice to you right now. That's why we're just kind of cruising along. And I thought, well, what could I do to actually say, let me give you a good day here. Let's start off on a good day. Let me give you something that's kind of gentle and peaceful. And at the same time, we're going to build up to a whole bunch of stuff, because I'll tell you what I do have for you kids is I've got a Mark Holly moment. That's going to be fun. A Mark Holly moment. Yes, my friends. Yes, I've got.
It's Choli time.
Yes. It will be Choli time with a fun excerpt from Choli and Tony Stouffer here with your Ian moment, your Eric Martin moment, all wrapped into one. And what else have I got? I've got a new release from Tony Stouffer tonight. I just received it on my doorstep not more than like 2 or 3 hours ago. I fitted it, formatted it up, put it right into my little drop box over here, and we're good to go on something that was just released this afternoon from Tony Stouffer. I should say T.S. Styles. And we're going to check that out as well. So I got a bunch of stuff going to roll your way. I'm going to have a little more time to chat with you, I think, because I don't have a guest sitting next to me tonight, and that's really kind of nice for a change. And as I prep myself over here, giving you meaningless chatter while I do something technical, and we're only a second away from here, what I want to bring you. And what did I say? Oh, yes, Tim Sawyer. Now, Tim, oh, man. Tim's one of my favorite guys in Sonoma County. He's one of the ringleaders of Free Peoples, and you'll see why. And by the way, in this, I want you to pay careful attention, really very close attention to his technique on whistling. See, I can't whistle. I mean, it doesn't work, although I can suck in. I want you to pay close attention to the master of whistling with Tim Sawyer and his appearance in here. By the way, all of these are from season 1, season 2, very early years. My haircut was much shorter. Right? You're straight? You got it? All right, here we go. Here's the first one for the evening. Enjoy this. We'll be right back. My friend Tim Buzz Sawyer.
Tiny House. I wasn't going to play this tonight, and when I was leaving out of the door, my son Seth said, "Dad, you're going to play Wild West, aren't you?"
I'm going, please do. Please do. It's one of my favorites, too.
You know, it's I don't know, it's become kind of a family favorite. This song was about Grandpa Sawyer, actually. He had a little late onset Alzheimer's, and he started losing his mind a little bit. It's called sundowner syndrome. So after midnight, he wakes up wide awake, and because he read a lot of Zane Grey, I think he all of a sudden became the cowboy. And so it was inspired, this song, to write about Grandpa, because everyone thought he was freaking out, but he was really just becoming the cowboy. I think he was in a great space. I know that Alzheimer's can be a misery for a lot of people, but I think for Grandpa it was an escape to a fascinating world of make-believe. And I think sometimes the disease is misunderstood, but we all have our different experiences. But I used to go over, and when Grandma called at 3 in the morning and said, "Grandpa's trying to get out," and I went over and said, "What's going on?" And he goes, "Timbo, saddle up the horses. We got to get out of here. This lady's trying to get me in bed with her." Grandma, of course, she's, I don't know, probably 80 and 200 pounds bigger than she was when she was 20. So all he remembered was this 20-year-old that he married. And so anyway, we would saddle up the horses, make-believe horses, and we'd walk around the neighborhood for a couple hours and get Grandpa tired and finally get back home. So this is Wild Wild West. Last night I nearly lost my mind. The tumbleweeds, they were rolling by. My horse is thirsty. I need a place to retire. There's a cowpoke town just a mile up ahead. Last time I saw you there, I was better off dead. Bullet in my head. Nights on the range speak so quietly, silence is strange. The people you meet in the shadows on the streets. Whatever happened to the wild, wild west? Whatever happened to the wild, wild west? Whatever happened to the wild, wild west? Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Going places I've never been, sipping through the mud of a psychopath's head, dragging down the scum in the books you've already read. Going places I've never been, sipping through the mud of a psychopath's head, dragging down the scum in the books you've already read. Nights on the range speak so quietly, silence is strange. The people you meet in the shadows on the streets. Whatever happened to the wild, wild west? Whatever happened to the wild, wild west? Whatever happened to the wild, wild west? Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west.
Tim Buzz Sawyer, Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. right here in my tiny house. You know, like I said, these are all coming from season 1, season 2, season 3. I only did 4 seasons here, and these are all going straight to Facebook. And it was okay for a while, but they're a little restricted. They wouldn't let me play some of the fun, silly stuff I like to do. And besides, YouTube is much more efficient to find, to track, to belong to build on, a whole archive. And so you know that, basically, you can let me come back more personable here. Hang on a second here. Let me get out of my control room. What am I doing? Hello. Your professor right here again, way high above the hills of Petticoat tonight. Unofficially sponsored once again by a little something. Ain't she cute? Excuse me, but I needed that sip. And yes, you are in the Inspirational Space Station. I've hijacked each and one of you. I've abducted you, more or less, brought you up to my space, whether you realize it or not. When I return you at the end of this show, you will be not missing any moment of your life, not a minute or even 2, not even a second. You'll slip right back in sync to where you were. The only thing is that you'll be greater in the knowledge for what I'm bringing you in the meantime, since I've actually abducted you. I hope you don't mind. Thank you. Where are you?
Tiny house live.
Of course.
Tiny house live.
And how do I abduct you? How do I abduct you? Just like this. I hit a button. There it goes. Whoa, that's how I got you up here. Simple it is. Simple it is. All right, wait a minute. Oh, I'm not bringing you back yet. Oh, no. Come on back here. Come on back. We're not done with you yet. We're actually just getting started. Just getting started.
If you would place yourself in the environment of a theme on which you are working, perhaps you might create the mood needed for inspiration.
I suppose so. I try. I really try. Anyway, glad to have you here with me. My little chat window's messing up on me over here now. And now I can't see all my chats when I'm looking at my face, and I don't have time to fix it while I'm working on things. My goodness. All because I got just carried away with flourish with my hands in here and messed things up. Anyway, it's not going to affect me, not one bit, not about my performance or the delivery of what is so important to you on this Wednesday night that you just really need to know. And maybe what I should probably do is maybe play another video while I see if I can work out my little chat line connection, because I do have a lot of stuff. I do want to send out a big shout out right away to the She Devils. Hello, girls. If I'm going to send it directly out to you in our Facebook group that I'm enjoying. Thank you so much for all that you do on that. I'll say Thela and everybody who's checking in on that and posting things. It's a resource to me, and I'm posting little things for when we do things together here on there, and we are sharing it from my goodness, all over the world, right here in this moment. And on that note, thank you, each and every one of you who actually woke up in the morning to hear this. Some of you check in on it later and you go, what happened? That's all right. You can do that too. There's no problem. There's no shame. It's all delivery on demand or in the moment. But I do love to have you here with me in the moment, because typically I can look over here and I can look at my screen and I can see what everybody's saying. But right now, oh my goodness, all I can see is my smiley face. And I need to be able to forget about my smiley face. I need to see what's going on. Aline, Anna. Yeah, anyway. Feel free to share this out, and more importantly, if you haven't already subscribed to this ViralMediaArt YouTube channel that brings you Tiny House Live and the Inspirational Space Station, please take a moment to do that. Subscribe, and while you're there, select that little notification bell and set it to all. That all will bring you infinite joy and pleasure, because you will know that every Wednesday when I broadcast on this show, you will get a gentle yet subtle reminder that, oh, the professor is live, and should I check in now with all my friends, or should I save it for later, like maybe after dinner with a nice glass of wine, whatever you enjoy. I'm here for you tonight. That should be a song right there, and I should sing. And by the way, on that note, and I hope I get to half the videos I want to play tonight, because I'm having so much fun talking to you. I'm enjoying the Reface, obviously. Reface app, you can get it on any iPhone. I don't know about the Galaxy phones. But yes, and actually, if you actually subscribe to it at $35 for what they say is an infinite lifetime of refaces, there you go. Wow, you can really dance. Huh? Yeah, wow. Fun stuff. But you actually contribute to the people of Ukraine, and they actually donate a large amount of what they're doing. I checked them out. And so you can actually have fun with it, subscribe to something. I'm having fun with it pre-show. I do it like on the day of each show. Who knows what I'll be. I was Willy Wonka, and I've been a little bit of everything so far. I think I was Bilbo. Bilbo back? No, I was, never mind. Anyway, I digress. Reface is awesome. Isis says that. Yes, because and Aline too. You've been using it as well. I see that. Yeah, it's fun, and you're actually doing something positive with it, and it's just kind of silly and goofy. I'm using the replace voice segments. You can replace the face segments, and there's some other things you can do on it as well. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, and maybe hopefully bringing a smile to your face, even if it's just for that long. It doesn't have to be long. Just a little smile. It's all good. It's all good. Either way, great way to start your day out there. And Ken? Okay, Haiki's here. All right, well, William. Yes, you know I'm big on Ken Nordine, and I've got some Ken Nordine in space that I could play, but I'm not geared to do that tonight. Maybe I'll do something. I need another spoken word night. I know Haiki, you would enjoy that, because so did I with Ken Nordine and. William S. Burroughs and Jim Carroll and some of the favorite spoken word artists. Pretty artsy, but I enjoy that element too. Some of those things live on my YouTube page. By the way, if you subscribe and look down, you'll find all kinds of crazy things. And what was Professor has moved on reface. I got moves, man. You see them? I wish I could make my head go like that. Wow, you could dance. I can almost do that.
Wow, you can dance.
Not really, but I do enjoy the silliness of it all. And okay, on that note, what else? I'm gonna start lining up another song for you, because we got time to go. I got a lot of stuff to bring to you, and I'm just chattering away because I'm having so much fun hanging out with you tonight. All right, Haiki, I'm glad you're there. Isis, great to have you. Aline, Rosanna, please join us. Lady Sky, you're with me. There you go. Where are we going now? Here, let's see. By the way, I do have a couple really special moments coming up to you, and maybe I better start planning ahead. I'm designing these things up to the day, up to the moment that we're together. I am, and I think maybe right now I'm gonna bring you something that God, it's a little early. Let me think here. Oh, that's not what I had lined up, but my time's drifting by. Unless I want this to be a 2-hour show. How do you really feel about this being a 2-hour show? See, I can rattle through all the things I had planned, or I can actually bring you things that actually are meaningful in my life and your life, and perfectly shareable. And by the way, they build up my watched hours by viewers, because all I need is like another 100+ viewers subscribe to my ViralMediaArt YouTube channel, and about another 1,500 viewer watched hours, and I'll be legit. I'll be lit. I'll be fire. I don't even know what that means. Fire. That's a forced word. That's a forced word that somebody's forcing on us to try to make it look cool, and it ain't cool. It ain't cool, dude. All right. God, I'm really digressing. Where am I going here tonight? I got a purpose. I got a plan. I got where we're going. I'm your man. I know what it is. I'm going to skip all over the place. I beg my pardon to the people who said I said I would do things for that I maybe won't tonight. But at the same time, maybe I'll come back to them. But I think right now it's time for what I'm going to call.
It's Choli time.
Choli time.
No, really? Is it really? Is that early already? I'll tell you, Tony's
seriously?
not far off from the base,
All right.
because if you want
I
to see a
called
really
it.
fun show, Eric was on fire in
Oh
here.
my God.
And,
I know.
and for me,
I love the guy.
Oh, I do too.
Great.
For me, from my end of it
He's a
all, I felt like I
comedian.
was Johnny Carson interviewing Robin Williams.
Oh, totally.
It was just
He's-
like there was.
he's quick like that.
He was way quick, and we
Yeah.
really loved it. So,
Yeah.
Eric, if you're not with us tonight, which you may or may not be, I understand,
Yeah.
but if you watch this on demand, like a lot of people do after the fact,
Yeah.
know that you're more than welcome to come back here. I'd love to see him come in either one-on-one with me or bring a guest of his choice.
He's a comedian.
He is, and we had a lot of fun in here. If you watch the show back with some of our other great ones, like the Defector Show, which is really fun and interesting as well. That
Well,
was.
on that note, why
Yeah.
don't we play There Goes the Neighborhood with Mark Choli and Eric Martin?
Dude, you lined me up. You lined me up, and I got it ready for you.
And yes, that is Joe Montana and Neil Schon and
Where do you see all that?
Eddie Mark with Eddie Van Halen and Mark with Neil
that's
Schon
one of
and
those-
Mark
one of
with
those
Eric
perks.
Martin.
Oh, there's so many. There's a lot of photos coming up
Yes.
tonight.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
him. That's
All right.
him.
Well, coming at you right here for you guys.
Pull up the flamingos. Daddy won big at the bingo table. Time to break out the kind of black label. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Take down the velvets of Jesus and Elvis. dog and the dashboard dies. The barbecue's on, the future looks bright. The clock works in mysterious ways, coming on like a Band-Aid. All teeth and handshakes. If all else fails, we put the pedal to the metal. Follow the empties on the highway like Hansel and Gretel. The wheel of fortune's turning, we'll all be kicking back. Let's get while no one's looking, find another sugar shack. We burned our bridges out in California. We never got a start in Hollywood. Here we are, living right next door to you. There goes the neighborhood.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. Eric Martin Band, there goes the neighborhood. Glad to bring that one to you. A little. I wish I had a video to go along with it. Some great stuff, but it's all coming along through great channels. I'm glad to see you enjoyed that. Well done, Aline said. You know, it's. I'm just channeling it all to you right here, in my little tiny house live world. Trying to do what I can. Let me set it up myself so I can do something more interesting, make myself laugh for a second. I do that from time to time in here just because I can, you know. It's all a good thing. Oh, there we go. This should be fun for me anyway. I hope it's fun for you. Let me give you a little tour of my steampunk library as I there I am. Hello. Yes, I'm liking this. What can I do other than just experiment on you? I hope you don't mind. You know, get a little tour of my steampunk laboratory down here as we chat for a minute. Yes, that was a really fun thing for me to put together, and obviously I want to put a big applause out there to Mark Chole. I want to put a big applause out there to Tony Stover, and a big applause out there to Eric Martin, and actually that whole recording goes back to the Record West with Alvin Duncan, I believe, and that brings a lot of people back into the picture. It's pretty amazing the circle of that we encompass here in Tiny House Live, and I'm glad to have you here with me, circling the planet right now, and being with me safe and well, I hope, and taking care of yourselves. And I wish you all well. Know that. And by the way, on that note, feel free. You can contact me. A lot of you already do, and I'm thankful for that. I appreciate it. You can find me at facebook.com/Tiny House Live. It's that simple. That is the direct line to your professor. And I applaud you. I appreciate you. And yes, I also appreciate Tony and Chole, of course, for that. Because what was it?
It's Chole time.
That's right. And on that note, where are we?
Tiny House Live. Tiny House Live.
I agree.
Tiny House Live.
I know. But what?
If you would place yourself in the environment of the theme on which you are working, perhaps you might create the mood needed for inspiration.
Well, that's very true. And nobody knows more about inspiration than Minky. Hello, Minky. Minkoff Chetnoy right here with me. God bless your heart, little girl. You've been on my show a number of times, helping me, my sidekick. I was just thinking about you. Just today, I saw something you put up on Facebook. Glad to have you in my little imaginary world, and glad to pull you off of the planet up here to the Inspirational Space Station, where you may not know this, but at this very moment you have been abducted from your physical human body, and your soul and spirit has been brought up here to my space station, where we're messing with you. We're going to fill you with some information and some good inspirations and all kinds of good things. We're going to send you back down to the planet where you know you belong, and you'll regain your instant place in time and space, never knowing that this even happened to you. That's what I'm telling you. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you can appreciate it. Glad to have you here with us. Yeah, I'm going down a list tonight. I've got quite a fun little list of people. Mainly people I played with and people you've heard, and some of the best really local musicians that have been in my part of the world in the Tiny House Live. And I guess we'll say 2018, 19. I've been doing this about 3.5 years now. We're now in season 8. I applaud you. Season 8 for joining me and supporting this. And we've grown, and there's a lot of stuff going on up there. I love the feedback I get. I love the comments you guys make. I love you being here with me. I love the fact that you enjoy being here all together in one time and place. That is the Inspirational Space Station, and that's why I started it. I ain't no Bezos. I ain't no Musk. But hold on. But I do have something to the point, and I think that's probably the best. I gotta mess with this now. I guess I do. I've got to bring you over to something I wanted to show you because it just came on my doorstep today, and it's good timing because we just did the whole little thing with Mark Chole and Tony Stouffer. And since we're on that note, let me drop something new in your ear that I guarantee nobody on the planet has heard, because this was delivered to me. It was made, I guess, just finished up today with T.S. Styles, Tony Stouffer, and my friend Harry Gale up at Route 44 had his hand and ear into it. So I hope you're gonna love this. This is fresh. This is something new. I went, wow, really? So you all ready for this? You ready for some new stuff to lay down? I mean, this is kind of cool stuff. I had no idea until this afternoon. I was going to go back on an Electric Toys piece, but I said no, I'm going in this new tip by T.S. Styles right here. And let me slide into this, then we'll come back and reevaluate almost everything, really. And here you go. Enjoy this. We'll be right back. Yeah, new from T.S. Styles.
Ever really contemplated this in a serious way.
So Musk decided that the only way to get an affordable rocket was to build it himself.
The world just keeps getting smaller. You look world. I wanna get off right now.
The overarching goal of SpaceX is to advance space transport technology to the point where space travel is hopefully commonplace at some point in the future, and where we can send large numbers of people and cargo to other planets.
Yeah, that ending caught me by surprise. T.S. Styles right there. Stop this world. Stop this world. Is that what I wrote down? Darn, I better double check. Yep, stop this world. Brand new. I agree. I heard David Petrie out there going, yeah, nice work, Harry and Tony. Darn right. And David knows because he's done some great work with me and Harry in here, producing some stuff out of here. Mood for one, and Scars. Oh my God, great work out of my little tiny house live with inboard clients when I'm allowed to take them up in my own little world for a little while. Glad to have you here with me. Let's look out the window for a second and make sure we're all right out there. It looks like things we're in the proper universe. We're exactly on the trajectory I believe we should be on. So glad to have you here with me in my tiny house live control room here, getting ready to bring in another clip. Matter of fact, since David's right there, maybe I'm going way off base from what I even planned this evening. But what is inspiration if it's not something that just messes with your mind? For some reason, that sounded right in my head when I said it, but it's true. It's true, and I want to surprise a friend with something right here that he didn't know. But I'm in my time machine tonight, and I've got a few things that I'm planning. That where did I hide it? Oh my goodness, there he is. Yeah. We'll come back and we're going to play one more right here. We'll be right back, and I've got a couple of things for you as well. I've got your Mark Hawley moment coming up really quick. That's going to be fun. Wait till you see this. And I've got a couple other things in store for you. Don't you know? Including I talk about my next visitor next Wednesday, Dan Durkin. We'll talk about Dan a little bit when I play a song from him as well. But let me get on with this right here because I want to make sure I'm covering myself with what I say I'm going to do. And my buddy right here, David Petrie, came in. Oh man, this is season 1, episode 10, I believe. And we laid down some really good singer-songwriter stuff. It was during the time when I was doing the singer-songwriter competition at the Redwood Cafe. That was part of the reason for the whole thing, and I was so glad to have him come in. He's one of those singers and character guys, you know. There's something there that's just like an intangible. I recognize it whenever I'm engineering or working with anybody, and David's definitely one of those guys in my world. We've done some great work together. We have more work to do together, but for the moment, let me bring you something that's going to be Tiny House Live. That's what it is. That's what it is. Come on now.
There's no need to ever explain yourself. I'll pretend I completely understand. A lack of explanation works well for me. It stabilizes where I stand. I continue to be quite amazed at my own perpetual MO. People start to know me, then they let go of me. I'm supposed to not let my reaction show. What the heck? I still have the memories of times when I thought things were really good. It never, ever, ever dawned on me things should turn out the way that they should. I continue to be quite amazed at my own perpetual MO. People start to know me, then they let go of me. I'm supposed to not let my reaction show. So here I am, I'm confused, and I don't want to start all over again. So I tell myself I can do better. And now I get to wonder when I continue to be quite amazed at my own perpetual MO. People start to know me, then they let go of me. And I'm supposed to not let my reaction show.
I'm ready to irradiate your existing brain cells.
And you people, you're all astronauts on some kind of Star Trek.
Some kind of Star Trek, anyway. Some kind of Star Trek, anyway. Where are we, anyway? You know where you are. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're right here. Tiny House Live. Let me have to adjust my thrusters here. Hang on. Yeah. All right. They're okay. Just had to check. Make sure it's a safe voyage for us all. You know, I've got some distance to travel tonight still, and I'm so glad to have you with me here in my tiny house live, high above the planet tonight on my inspirational space station. You are here with me. Excuse me for abducting you. But I felt I had to, and when I replace you, you'll never know. You'll never know. I'm having a hard time with my chat line tonight. For some reason, I got fancy and did something, and now it's messing up on me, so I can't really quite keep up on it the way I'd like to. And that's no fun because I love hanging with you guys. But you know, do know that after these broadcasts are done, you can go back and watch the entire broadcast over. Of course, in the moment, as soon as we're done, you can go back and watch it. But you won't have the chat line feature available until about 16 to 24 hours. And since we do an hour plus show, it's about 24 hours before the chat line appears with the broadcast that we're doing in the moment right now, where you are. So know that if you want to watch this with the chat, and I know I will, so I wait until tomorrow night to go back and rewatch this with you. Why? Because I want to see all the comments that I'm having an issue with right now. And David said, yes, Season 1, Episode 10. Thank you. Yes, of course, David. And this is what I'm doing tonight, is featuring some of the people that I've had in here that have turned out some amazing stuff. And I'm really fortunate to have so many talented, good friends around me that I can do these kind of things with. Being an audio engineer for as long as I have and building the relationships of musical continuity, I'm just glad to be able to bring this stuff to you. And you know what? I promised you something. And I think really it's time to deliver you the Mark Hawley moment that I've been leading up to. It's a really good one. Now, Mark was in here with Sherry Phillips Guzman, and who was, they're both obviously part of Hangman's Daughter, a big part of our Sonoma County lineage of rock and roll here in Sonoma County. And Hangman's Daughter is what's going on. I know I'm getting yes, it's my control room telling me that the thrusters are ready to move off. I know you can see that in some cases, actually, my thrusters are way. There we go. Yeah, things are under control. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. I know. Here we go.
Look, Dave.
What?
I can see you're really upset about
No. I'm actually fine about this. It's okay as long as the place doesn't explode while I'm trying to take off again. All right. Our Mark Hawley moment. Are you ready? Who's out there with us right now in this very moment? Rosanna. Yes, you are. And Isis, of course. David, I'm glad you're with us tonight. And Aline, you're still there. I go down my list as I troll back further, but I'm having a bit of an issue with my chat line tonight. Shame on me. But glad to have you here. And we're going to carry on with a fun Mark Hawley moment with Sherry Phillips. And this is great to hear because this was an improv song. Neither Mark or Sherry planned on playing this when they came in. But they did, and that's the kind of stuff I really like to find in Tiny House, the things that people don't necessarily think they're going to do, but they do anyway, and then I catch it on video and I bring it back on them, and half the time it's just amazing, and that's what this is. I know few people who are great singers and who just impress me with the talent to say, yes, you should be on stage doing that. Our Eric Martin is certainly one of those. And it's amazing that Mark Hawley has surrounded himself with Eric and helps him as much as he does. And at the same time, Mark Hawley has also have the same kind of a relationship towards Sherry Phillips with Hangman's Daughter, supporting her amazing vocal delivery. And so I have to tell you that Hangman's Daughter and this clip is kind of just an essence of what they do. But when you watch this, you'll see what I mean, because it's very much Mark and Sherry. Let's just leave it at that, and let me play you this clip. Enjoy. We'll be right back, and we'll do this all over again.
You can do it. I've been so sad, if I picked the right key, for such a long, long time. What did I do? Because I'm losing mine, I changed my mind. Everything is so sublime today. No more wasting time chasing love that wasn't mine. No way. When I look ahead, the tears are shed, the understanding in my head is gone. 'Cause I'm feeling fine, I've changed my mind. Everything is so sublime today. Smile, your heart is listening. Making love is everything. Light and dark, it's all the same. We're just players in this game. We complicate the easy road. Life just needs us to let go. Smile, your heart is listening. Making love is everything. Oh yeah, one more time. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen your light. There's nothing more to make me wanna fight with you. I surrender all, the rise and fall. I'm right and you are wrong today. Come on, smile, your heart is listening. Making love is everything. Light and dark, it's all the same. We're just players in this game. We complicate the
shortened version of the song we didn't think we were playing tonight.
Well, we did not think we were playing it, and I haven't played it in quite a while.
And that's called Feeling Fine.
Feeling Fine, because you can write stuff, but that doesn't mean you play it every day, right?
Mark Hawley and Sherry Phillips right there at my little tiny house. You know, I'm so blessed. I am blessed to have a lot of talented friends. We were just saying that over here in the chat line. And that's a great song. And that's really kind of what I'm trying to pull out tonight. I've got so many hours of recording in here. I mean, I've literally got hundreds of shows within the past 3 years, every Wednesday, right? You can imagine. So, you know, when I lay them all out and I kind of adventure through my own past and say, you know, I think everybody would like this and they'd like that. I just tried to pick up the best little shiny diamonds I can pick out of things we have. And you know, and it brings something to you that is part of the Sonoma County, Northern California culture, which I've been fortunate to be a sound engineer and recording engineer, now video engineer for, we'll say over 30 years. And I remember Frank Zappa, and I grew up in that scene in L.A., actually, so I do remember Frank Zappa very well. So anyway, I'm just pleased to bring this stuff to you because I've got it right here, and it's important it gets out, and it's important it gets out into a world where basically it's archived into this YouTube channel, which you can get to any old time you like to. You know how convenient that is in your life to say, I want to hear some Frank Zappa. I don't have Frank Zappa. I can't do that. But, you know, I want to hear a tiny live show. They're all right there. Go to my YouTube channel, which is basically ViralMediaArt. youtube.com/ViralMediaArt, and that'll get you right to this place where you are watching this delivered from my tiny house under the Viral Media Art umbrella. Thank you. Who's all out here tonight? Let's see. Awesome. Wish I could have got a candle to her. I know, you know, Sherry's one of these people. She got off stage one time and I looked at her and I said, God, you know, some people I just believe in. You know, you belong singing. You belong singing on stage. It's just, there's just no doubt about it in my mind. You know, talent. You know, talent shines and it always rises, and that's what I have been fortunate to be around. Talented friends of mine, and fortunately they believe in what we're doing together and the tiny house and all that. So it all comes together. So you can be a part of it. It's an amazing world we live in. I thank you really from the bottom of my heart for being part of it, each and every one of you. And I feel like I know each and every one of you. So beautiful thing. I see lots of hand claps coming up from Lady and Thala and Joe and Eileen, Isis. It's a beautiful thing. You make me happy. And you are making people happy, believe it or not, just by participating right now. The aliens who are up here in our world are paying attention to what I'm doing, and they are very well aware that things are on my side, and I can help them make it easier for them to introduce their lifestyle into yours. Alien Lifestyle. There's an album. There's an album right there. Somebody needs to write that down, please. Alien Lifestyle. I know that's a good album. Some cover art is needed. All right. Your professor is waning off from where he should be right now because looking at my, we're all right. I don't care what time it is. I don't care. I've already rearranged my schedule a little bit from what I actually planned to bring you a couple things spontaneously, and I may do that again. Who knows? But I've got at least one or two more that I want to bring to you, and I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Let me see. I'm making picks and choices right now because I've got so much stuff in front of me. It happens to me every single time. I'm sorry to myself for saying that because I've got so much stuff. Every Wednesday is a happy time of tiny house. Thank you, Isis. I believe in you. I believe in you. That's what it is. And you and me together. Let's use the word reciprocity. All right? It's a good word. I do for you, you do for me. Together we get things done. I like that. I'm all about that. Amen. Amen, Isis. Thank you, lady, for being here as well. You guys are super important to me. I just love the fact that you join me on Wednesdays. Feel free to share this out to your other friends and families and drop it in any other Facebook groups that may appreciate what it is we experience together. And who knows? Who knows what can happen? I'm hoping to actually at some point be able to actually monetize this site and get it to where I have a subscription model up and it can offer you things like super chats where only members would see things, and offer special little trinkets to you that you couldn't really get. I've got some special plans when it comes to that, and I'm getting close. You are helping me by subscribing to the Tiny House Live Viral Media Art YouTube channel, and while you're there, make sure you select that little notification bell, set it to all so you'll always know when I go live, and then you'll have a choice. Every Wednesday, it's a happy time at Tiny House. I need a theme song. I have a theme song. I just don't have words for it. I do have my Tiny House cat, but I don't have him queued up. Darn it. Where was I going next? You might be asking yourself, because, you know, we're at that hour point of the show, and it's time for me to have another sip of my unofficially sponsored Lagunitas IPA that I'm sipping on tonight. Thank you much for just being here on the planet and allowing me to drink your beer, even though I have to buy it. Actually, that's not true. That beer was gifted to me tonight by my neighbor Bob, who, if you spell his name backwards, it's exactly the same thing. And that's the magical thing about being a Bob. No matter which way you're going, people don't know. All right, got to see you all next week. Who's going goodbye? Oh, lady's going. All right, lady, that's all right. That's all right. Good night to you. Where are you, by the way, that you're going night to? I'm trying to keep track of you all, where you're all at. All right, lady. Good night to you. All right, hang on a second here. I'm shifting gears. Because I just gave you a great Mark moment there with Mark Hawley and Sherry Phillips Guzman. So I hope you love that. I see you did. So that makes me feel good, and that's a beautiful thing. Where do I take you next? Oh, I know. You know, I want to give you something kind of inspirational, and it's really important to me because I have a lot of stuff come in here, and some just grabs me by the heart. You know, and kind of the same way that Sherry just did with what she did delivery-wise. But Cricket Karen, Karen just did something amazing in here. I want to vibe you on something. This will be a good blessing for your day. We're going to come back, and I got one more video for you after this. We'll wrap it all up, but I appreciate you being here. Yes, you here with me tonight in Tiny House Live at the Inspirational Space Station, circling high above planet Earth right now. But for the moment, we're going to ground ourselves. We're going to bring ourselves into the world of Cricket Karen. I want you to hear this because it's a beautiful thing. It'll make your day better. I swear. You trusted me so far, right? I brought you nothing but quality stuff. I don't put anything on air that isn't quality stuff. You should know that by now, my friends. And this is just another case where that is true. Cricket Karen, a song called Days.
I'm never gonna be alone, and they're never gonna go back home.
Let's do it again. I really want this. I'm not putting any pressure on you. I'm going to sit back and sip my wine and enjoy this one because the camera angles are okay.
All right, here we go.
You sow, you sow, you sow. yourself, you'll know, you'll know, you know. Love surrounds and overflows. The more I give, the more it shows. And it flows, it flows, it flows. Love is gonna grow. So you want it all. Give it all you are. So you know it all. Give it all you are. So you want it all. Give it all you are. So you know it all. Give it all you are. Give it all you are.
Everybody's coming to my house. Everybody's coming to my house. I'm never gonna be alone. And they're never gonna go back home.
Cricket Karen. Joyfully, Cricket Karen. Yeah, I was just glad to bring that one to you. I'm glad you appreciated that one. There's so much. I've had so much talent come through here. It's hard to pull out which ones are what. But Karen's song just had so much heart, and she just connected so well. And I love the song. I mean, it's just an amazing piece. So I was glad to bring that to you tonight, just because I've got it. And if I don't put it out there and show it, darn it, nobody will ever know. And that's what the show is all about, bringing you things that people will never know. Unless I show it to you. And now it lives forever in my archive here in my inspirational space station. And you can have access to it any old time by going back and listening to it anytime you want on my YouTube channel. It's a beautiful time we live in when it comes to this part of technology. I'm glad you're here with me to enjoy it and take advantage of it. That's what Tiny House Live is. All right, well, we're kind of beginning to wrap up our show here. I want to thank each and every, but, the big but, I've got a great guest coming in next Wednesday. Let me tell you right now, I should have even prepped it sooner in the evening because Dan Durkin's coming in with me here next Wednesday. And Dan and I are going to go through and listen to some new video, audio and video stuff that he's bringing in. I don't think we're going to be playing live music. We're going to be talking about some things he's been doing, as well as showing you some live clips and listening to some new music. And I'm looking forward to it because Dan and I have done this a number of times. I think it's like his third visit in here. And Dan Durkin, of course, is the lead singer with the Bay Area San Francisco sound of the Tom Petty band Petty Theft, and so pleased to have him come in. He's also, since the post-COVID era, if that's what it is, has been experimenting and working a lot on his own. So it's great for him to come in here. We've used it as a little bit of a R&D place for him. I'm glad to have him back in. That'll be July 6th, next Wednesday, right here at Tiny House Live. Dan Durkin, the man with the hat. Oh boy, I get to wear my cowboy hat next Wednesday. That doesn't happen very often. All right. I'm going to wrap it up by playing you a quick little song by Dan did in here in season 1 or season 2. I don't have the date right here, but early years. My hair was much shorter, as you'll be able to tell. And a song of Dan's called 22nd Street. That's what we got. Yeah, let me do that. We'll come back. I'll kiss you all goodbye and wish you all well. In the meantime, right here coming up is your Dan Durkin moment. Hey, this means something for me because I love having Dan in here. And you'll love it too. You really will.
Let's try this one.
There you go.
Bobby drinks champagne in the middle of the afternoon.
dreams away the daylight hours and ruby slippers, chocolate and sweet perfume. Lights a foreign cigarette with a $50 bill. Says she gonna be a great big movie star someday, but you know she never will. And I do believe that we're all God's children, and the air we breathe is the same no matter who you are. When you're living on 22nd Street. Rick lives in a doorway off of 8th Avenue. She's a small town hero from that unpopular war. And he wheels around town taking handouts for Jesus. But he hadn't seen the inside of a church for 20 years or more. Yeah. And I do believe that we're all God's children, and the air we breathe is the same no matter who you are. You're living on 22nd Street. 22nd Street. Living on 22nd Street. And 22nd Street. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I missed my cue a little on that, but that's all right. I ain't no DJ. All right, my friends. Yep, Dan Durkin coming in here next Wednesday right here. That'll be July 6th on Tiny House Live. We'll have some fun together. I think we'll sip a little, and we're going to share some stories and share some adventures together. We spent a lot of time together in different places and different bands together. So I'm looking forward to having him in here. I'll be sitting right over here, right on this side, right here, and we'll chat it up. And like I said, I think I'll get to wear a cowboy hat. Hey, that's special for me. That doesn't happen every day in my life. I don't always wear a cowboy hat. I don't get to, but man with a hat, darn right, maybe I will. All right, my friends, I've kind of given you everything I've got. I appreciate each and every one of you for being with me. Darn, I wish my chat line was a little more efficient tonight. I'm going to be looking forward to watching this back tomorrow night myself when I can see the chat line up and can kind of check in and see what you guys are all saying. I get to read some of it while I'm doing this, but as you can imagine, between doing audio and video and all this crazy stuff I'm doing, my time is split in this room as I juggle. That's me. I'm a multitasker. I'm a juggler. All right, my friends, I love you dearly for joining me on this little adventure. You know, I hit the show almost ideally at the same timing every night. What am I, 1:15? Yeah, I'm like 1:15, 1:20 almost every night. It just feels natural in my world. So I want to thank you. What should I do something fun? What should I do? Maybe I will. What can I do? No, I can't do that. I got a couple things I could plan, but no, never mind. I don't want to belabor this. I love each of you for being here. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next Wednesday night when Dan Durkin appears with me. We'll have some fun together. In the meantime, please take care of each other, help each other, lift each other up. It's the best thing we can do for each other in this life is lift each other up in any way that you can, shape or form, in any way or manner that you can. What you give is what you receive, and that's my message to you here at Tiny House Live. Well, you know what? I think now that I've talked long enough, I think it's time that I return you back to the planet, because, as I mentioned, you know, it's inevitable that a time and space is going to happen. But I will tell you that you'll wake up in the morning and you probably won't miss any time of your day. You'll just be enriched by the fact that you had a Tiny House Live experience. And if anybody ever asks you about it, you just say, I don't know. I don't believe in aliens. That's what I'm saying. In the meantime, do rent. What did I say? Do rent. Yes, do rent Close Encounters of a Fifth Kind by Stephen Greer. It's a great vision into what's coming in your future, whether you realize it or not. And you'll appreciate that. Close Encounters of a Fifth Kind. It's a great video. I got it on Amazon. There you go. It's everywhere, Jeff Bezos. All right, my friends. I love you dearly. I'm here to help you any way, shape, or form I can. And that being said, let me re-enter you back. You ready to go back down? You ready? I mean, I could be gentle with you, and I will, because I don't want to hurt anybody on a re-entry. It's a little tricky, but here it comes. It's good for you. Good night, everybody. I love you. Wishing you well from my tiny house live and high above the hills of Petticoat, the inspirational space station. Saying good night to you and wishing you all well, and hoping your day today and tomorrow will be full of joy and prosperity.